everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy. I'm glad you spent time. In this channel, we discuss everything motherhood and parenting, challenges, expectations, and Super Mama Amy has solutions to some of the troubles people go through in the process of being a good mother and a good parent. So subscribe if you're new. Welcome, subscribe, like, share, and watch these videos because there's something for all of us to learn. Super dads, we appreciate. Watch my video on Super Mama rebrand to know why I consider myself Super Mama and why you too are a Super Mama or Super Dad. So, this episode is a continuation of the one before, where I've shared my experience of traveling upcountry with toddlers. So, in this episode, I'll major basically on things you must put in mind whenever you're traveling home, traveling upcountry with babies who are 2 years and below, or something like that. I've said it's good to take home to a place, to take children to a place you consider safe, to take children home, upcountry if it's safe within you, to take them, please do. It's a big hassle, and I've said unless it's really necessary you can avoid. It's a big hassle, but it's a hassle you can brave the hassle. Eh, or you could just decide to wait until the children are older, so you just carry a bag of clothes and maybe shopping or goodies for the people you're visiting. Yeah, always bring along something, goodies, even if you're not traveling with kids. Bring along something as you go home because definitely they're expecting you. And some people tell me in the African setup, is the warmth towards you when you arrive from the city dependent on the goodies you brought? Sometimes you might feel, hey, it's black tax. Out here, people are being taxed heavily. But if you can afford, please bring along something. Don't just swing your hands as you walk. Those goodies are good even if they warm up to you, depending on how much or what you've brought. But just bring along something. These are the people who will bury you. You will have a celebration on your burial dead. Carry something. Bring an exercise book for the children who had your parents' livestock while you're in the city. Maybe the neighbor's child who sweeps your compound, or the so and so who pours water on your cemented simba. Things like that, one or two. I'm not talking about a whole box. You can bring along something. But nonetheless, these are some of the things. I'll go straight into the topic. Some of the things you must put in mind whenever traveling with children. Watch part A to know. I'll put the link in the description box to just know the kind of hassle I went through. I was thinking whether to carry a basin, whether to bring along a mosquito net, things like that. If your parents are able, you could organize with them so they have these things for you or the people you're going home to, things like that. But if there's no one to talk to, my friend, you'll have to carry these things from town or buy them along the way as you go home. But these are things you must consider, you must put in mind if you're to travel with kids up country. Okay? Number one, you must carefully think through the means of transport you will use. The means of transport and the length, the duration of stay at home. Because these two determine everything else I'm going to talk about. If you're going to travel of course, I'm not talking about via air or, yes, it's via air, via water, via road, via whatever, but I'm also talking about public, in terms of public means of transport or private means of transport. Public means of transport and private means of transport determine what you will do on your journey, especially if it's a long distance. People let's travel up country when it's long distance, most of it. If your shags is close by, good for you. Nonetheless, you have to consider public or private means of transport. If it's public and you're traveling with a baby, you might want to travel light. Remember, watch my part A, you will see how many things I had to carry. And then I realized, oh no, you might want to travel light because, of course, you will not put your 10 bags in someone's private, especially if it's festive season. Everybody has a plus one item. So you might not find space for your 10 bags. If you're traveling private, and then uh just on this, let me mention, watch my video on things this you must carry. Is it 5 things to carry? I'll put all those links in the description box. Things you must always carry when stepping out with children. Wherever you are, even traveling up country is stepping out with children, and you must carry these things whenever you go. So if you're traveling publicly, you might want to put these things closer. Things like water, things like diaper, things like watch the video to know the list is endless in that video. I'll put it in the description box, the link. But if you're traveling up by public transport, you might want to put the things you will need closer to you. If it's a bag that you'll carry, you don't put it in the boot or something. Whenever people are putting on top, those two spaces above the car, the vehicles, which you know what I'm talking about. You want to put them close. You want to ensure your children don't eat things that will keep them vomiting over and over. Because public transport, you can almost not control the journey. Once you're in the bus, destination final, you will only alight, chances are you will alight once or twice. But with private means, you can stop whenever you want. You can pull over whenever you want to change your baby diaper, to maybe vomit. People are vomiting because of motion sickness. You might not know your child might have motion sickness. Have you thought of that? You with private means, you can control. You will carry the number of bags you want to carry and everything you want to carry, because it's maybe your means. You have a boot to put all those things, or a back seat and stuff like that. You can put your child on a car seat with private means. But public, you might want to to think about how you will travel. And one, I've said, you travel easy, you travel light, you put your stuff, the things which you need to access, very close to you. Diapers, things like that. You will want to carry snacks. You'll want to carry a distraction for your child, just in case they're traveling long distance and they get bored. You might carry toys here and there. Hey, I even had to carry toys to Ushago. I will tell you in this in these stories. I will tell you. You might want to carry toys, or you might want to to bring along entertainment stuff for them on the phone, just to keep them distracted along the journey. But with private means, once you realize your children are bored, you could pull over and stretch your arms, things like that. So you must put into consideration your means of transport. All right. Of course, this will also determine the time which you travel. Well, it's advisable you start your journey early, so you arrive early. If you're going via private public means, you might want to start your journey early, because depending on the shags you're going to, up country, we're talking about up country. Depending on the up country you're going to, you could reach there at 4 p.m. maybe, and there are no more means of transport. People cannot go to a side after 4 p.m. Tell me if your home is like that, where if you get there after 5, you will struggle to get means to go home. So the only, you see, with private, you can decide to start your journey at any time. It's your means, you will arrive there. But with public, you get the point as to why I'm saying you must put into consideration your means of transport. Your means of transport will determine how light or heavy you will travel, will determine the time of travel, will determine the things. If you're traveling public, just put into consideration that you might also want to get comfortable. So you book your means of, if you're to book a vehicle or you're traveling via matatu, you get to the station early, so you choose your seats, the ones you would prefer. Those, there are people who say, mi nataka karibu na dirisha, mi nataka karibu na driver. These things are only available and are doable if you go early. Okay. Well, yeah, and I said another thing you must put into consideration is the duration of stay. How long you will stay at home. This will determine what you will carry, the number of clothes you'll carry. If you're going to stay for long, then it means you might want to wash in the middle of something. If you're not the type that wants to wash at home, there are some homes in Africa. You are afraid to even wash. If you are the type that is, you're not going to wash, then you might need to carry lots of clothes depending on the length, the duration of stay, sorry, the duration of stay, so that you don't stay dirty and you don't wash clothes, so you carry lots of clothes. That is duration of stay. Duration of stay will determine snacks to carry, such things. If your child is like mine, who sleeps at night, who drinks milk at night, you might, duration of stay will tell you how much milk to carry, or how many packets of, or what number of boxes to carry for your child, something like that. And also, because you're from the city, you want to support home. There's some homes which have a lot of food and parents don't mind, but there's some homes you might need to carry food from town and a lot, just to ensure your kids are more comfortable as they go home, so they enjoy going home. Your duration of stay determines lots of things. Nonetheless, this is a list of things. Here is a list of things you must put in place whenever traveling up country with kids. Number one, or next, is you want to carry medical reports. This is in the video which I've said things you must never leave behind whenever stepping out with children. Watch in the description box, there's a link for that. Medical reports, just in case they fall sick. They might fall sick because of weather changes, because of changes in food, because of difference in environment, things of like that. Children might fall sick. So you carry their medical reports, just in case they fall sick. You're not thrown into a limbo. You have a plan. You can take them to the nearest good hospitals there, and someone can go through their medical reports to get their weight, height, things like that very fast, without you panicking, and they just continue in the report to write things like that. So don't leave behind your medical books and stuff like that. I've told you to put in mind you will carry lots of clothes, but I'm also going to add that you must carry clothes that you're ready to donate. Yes, carry clothes that you're ready to donate, even for yourself as an adult, depending on your Ocha place, okay? Depending on your Ocha place. You carry things that you're ready. Ocha place is upcountry. Hey, those of you who don't know, yourself and even the kids, you carry clothes that you're ready. Someone could just land on you and say, "Hey, this dress is nice. If you left it for me, I will appreciate." Or you arrive and your cousin's sister has a child you didn't know. Yeah, in the village, such things happen. School going kids, it's not right. It's not right, by the way. If you have your girls, please protect them. Educate them on the dangers of early pregnancy. Their list is endless. But just in case you arrive and people gave birth, and of course you are not informed, if you have baby clothes there, humanness might push you to just give them. You say, because now you came with a whole bag of nice looking clothes, and this one who is helping you sweep the house even swept your lion before you came, or mopped your lion and dusted and even put things in place for you. When you arrive there, the first one to bring you bathing water, and they have a child who is just the age of yours, you might feel that, let me leave these ones for them. So if you have your attachment to this particular cloth, advice for you, even if you want to shock your mama, those of you who get first time children, the first baby, you always want to show your mom. Of course, differences, there are so many differences. Kuna tofauti mingi. Kuna wale they want to show their moms, kuna wale they don't want to show their moms. Those are the differences of life. Don't feel comsa about anything. I'm just sharing, just in case you are amongst the ones who want to show their parents their first child. It's a good thing. So you brought them in their best clothes so that your mama approves. Ah, you might want to consider carrying the clothes which you can easily give away. All right, so you don't feel okay. Not that there are those ones which are bad or those ones which are better, but I know you get what I'm saying. Okay, and shoes, and so many, and toys, even toys. Carry the toys which you will not feel a great pinch when they something happens to them. Someone picks them and decides it's theirs, or they get destroyed. Yes, you might want to carry toys for your child just to keep them entertained, even at home. You might assume that you'll find children to play, and then you arrive and this is the season children didn't come. Your child will still want to kick ball. Your child will still want, like myself, I carried a car which I forgot at home on my way back. So as you go home, plan to forget. This is why I'm saying carry things which, even though you forget, you will have hope that maybe next time you go, you'll get them. But even though you not, even if you don't get them, it will not be such a big thing. You'll be like, that was bound to happen anyway. So I carried a car for easy to guard, and I carried ball for my son, and I carried these bubble things. These ones you blow bubbles. I don't know what they're called. Me use it a bubbles. So I carried bubbles. Whew. When we arrived, like day 2, the next morning, because we arrived at in the evening, in the darkness was coming. When we arrived the next day, that bubble thing, that whole bottle, the liquid inside is not soap. Yeah, the liquid inside cost some few pennies. Ha! It was used like within 20 minutes. The liquid is done. And yeah, I was thinking this will last through Christmas. People will blow bubbles through Christmas. I didn't get my water here. People will blow bubbles through Christmas, and then some liquid will be left. So we blow over New Year. Oh, 20 minutes, bubbles finished. Do you feel funny about it? No, because you expected such things to happen. My ball, my baby's ball was cut right into two. Was cut right into two because they wanted to make koffias. They cut my ball. Okay, my son's ball to make capes, koffias. Ah, that's done. The car, of course, I think one of them picked and took to some room or something like that. I never saw it again. So I'm telling you, if you're to carry toys or to carry clothes, carry the ones you're willing to donate. And even in the clothes and shoes, you might want to carry the things which are, let me call them play clothes. Yeah, not the very complicated ones, the light ones, the ones that catch, will not will not get permanent stains. Expect some clothes to catch permanent stains because there'll be a lot of play, outdoor activities. I don't know if you've noticed that nyinyi kwenu watoto wanapendanga kucheza nje. The moment you open the door like this, your child is there, they want to go out. So this time they have the freedom. They wake up from wherever they slept, and 2, 3 steps they are out already. You're not restricting them. So there'll be a lot of play, a lot of falling down, a lot of staining of clothes. So you want to carry play clothes more. Let me call them play clothes more. On your journey, dear mamas, another thing, you must carry drinking water and water in plenty. If you're traveling publicly, plan for water or wet wipes. You have to have them very many. Water for drinking because people will become thirsty definitely, and water for cleaning. There'll be a lot of mess. People might just vomit on you or on themselves. You need water or wet wipes to clean up, things like that. People might, several things might want to eat. You need to wash up your hands and things like that. So, water here is not the 1 liter you carry when you're stepping out for 1 hour. You carry a lot of it. You could even carry 2 liters if you have a big bottle, or you plan to buy water some more. If you have the means, you plan to buy water some more. So water is depending on your orchard place again. You might want, some people carry water, drinking water from the city. Tell me your experience with water. Do you carry water, or you carry water guard, or or your orchard place is safe with water? Thank God for orchard places that have good water, which you don't really mind if your kids drink. Let me put this girl to sleep, or should we just continue? Let me put this girl to sleep and then we will continue, okay? Yeah, so that's it. Basically, you have to, yeah, things you must always carry and plan for again is you might want to carry some over the counter drugs for flu, for fever and pain relief. Things like flu, your child might catch flu. Again, differences in so many things. Dirt, there's a lot of dirt, changes in weather and climate, changes in food might make them to fall, to be feverish, not really sick, but you might just want to carry some painkillers for babies, of course, with the advice of a physician, something like that. And medicine for fever, things like that, and disinfectant for cats because there'll be a lot of play. I've told you, disinfectant for cats and wounds here and there as they shower, because also you expect things like ringworms, and ringworms spread very fast. And I don't know. There's this other one that pops up and it's dry, like unaona ni kama unga unga inatoka kwa kichwa ya mtoto. Plan for such things. You cannot prevent your child from playing. You cannot hide them. But I am saying, if this hassle is not for you, better stay in town. But if you want to have it for fun, it's good. Your child will grow even cognitive ability, social skills. Your child will improve. They will learn. You want your child to speak in the next 1 week? Wapeleke ushago. You want them to start walking? Take them to Upcountry. You want them to start eating by themselves. There are these children back home, yeah, cousins, who, when you put ugali like this and you said in ya watoto wakule, as your child is still calling mom, mom, the ugali is halfway done. So they will call mom, mom twice. The third time, they will dive into the ugali. Take your kids home if it is safe and just for the fun. You get so many good memories taking photos, just seeing how mesmerized or how intrigued your child is. They see a cat here, they see a dog shortly late after, they see a cow being pulled shortly, they see a goat. Before they know it, there's a duck. Quack, quack. You can take very good photos during this time. But just in case you want to go, I've told you it's a hassle. Watch 2 parts of this video just to get an idea. So that's it. Let's watch the next one. The next one is very exciting. Thank you for your support. Keep subscribing, liking, and sharing this content. I'm glad you came. I'm glad you spared time. So, Happy New Year. Watch out for the next video. Bye.